So yesterday we talked about the boundaries God has for sex and how moms and dads need to be teaching and laying down the commands for their children. But maybe you didn't have this done and maybe this is kind of lacking in your life. Well, yesterday we covered what those boundaries are and how they ought to be applied. Just to go over it again, the boundaries God has for sex are that it is between a man and a woman inside the bond of marriage. Anything outside of that is outside of God's boundaries. Now today I want to cover, because we look at verse 24, who are the tempters that are ever present. They are always there. We are going to have them. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what situation you're in. There are going to be tempters who want to take you outside of the boundaries that God has set up. There are two people. Number one, there's your neighbor's wife. Now, it could also be your neighbor's husband. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your neighbor. We are going to constantly face the temptation of married people coming to us and telling us how unhappy they are, how they're just over their spouse, how that they're just their spouse makes them crazy, and they're looking to you for answers and looking to you for solutions. This is someone who is a tempter who is trying to get you outside of the boundaries God has set up. They'll say anything and everything, not necessarily involving you, but they will make sure that it's known that they have an attraction for you and that they just want out of their marriage. They're so unhappy. Second, there's the wayward woman, and it also could be a wayward man. This one, I'm going to be a little bit plain about this one. This is a person who will say anything and do anything simply to get inside of your pants. Sorry, that's just the plain truth. They'll tell you how much they love you. You're their soulmate. They just want to show you how much they love you. Or anything, just to be able to get you to give in. So then how do we protect ourselves from these people? First of all, make up in your mind, you are not going to go outside of the boundaries God has set up for sex. Promise yourself you're not going outside the boundaries. Number two, when they do come, we don't allow personal conversations to get deeper than they should. They want to complain about their spouse. You guys need to get some counseling. You need to see somebody who can help you. You need to see somebody that can counsel you in God's way, in God's manner. You're not their counselor. And second, see right through that person you're dating, that person you're seeing, or that person that has come along. If you've been seeing them for like a week and all of a sudden they're so in love with you and you're their soulmate, yeah, that's a line. You got to be able to look through those things and know that that person is just simply trying to get one thing from you, and it's not your love and affection. There are tempters out there who want to change your life forever and not in a good way. You have to protect yourself. You need to protect yourself. So my challenge for you today is identify the tempters and protect yourself from them. That's a tough, tall order, but it keeps your life inside the bounds of that God has set up for intimacy, and it keeps you on the right path. That's a tough one for today, and I hope you'll share it because this is something our world needs. I hope you'll like the page. I hope you'll subscribe. And again, if you want to read more of what I've written, feel free to go to the link at the bottom of the page, and we'll see you tomorrow.